I'm Haroon Rashid. Hey, John, the Patriots lost on Monday. I'm not wearing the jersey today. What do you do when you're sad?
I'm John Stephenson. Haroon, I've got two words for you. Mud bath.
Oh my gosh. Seriously? Mud?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, sportsmans, Haroon Rashid, Khemeia Consulting, and welcome to Haroon's Hangout, the internationally featured show on marketing innovation, making digital marketing simple, straightforward, and fun. As always, we are presented by the Khemeia Network and Khemeia Consulting. Today is your content marketing bollocks or the dog's bollocks. Don't get upset. Don't tell me, oh, my virgin ears, my virgin ears. Don't give me any of that crap, okay? If you don't like it, just move off. So we're going to be talking today about the difference between crap content and really awesome content, common mistakes that businesses make when they're doing their content, and then we're going to give you two really good examples of people who do content marketing well. Are you ready, John Stephenson?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go, buddy. Okay, so you were talking to me just before the show started about, like, you know, what marketing is and what marketing isn't. Do you want to just go on? Do you want to start with that?
Yeah, thank you. Well, as you know, Haroon, we travel up and down the country a lot and we speak to a lot of businesses, small and big. And speaking to businesses and various people working at these businesses, there seems to be a common misconception about what marketing actually is. So I just thought to put in context what we're going to talk about in this show, that I'd just have a very quick 30-second rant. So common misconceptions when we're speaking to people tends to be that marketing is an advert, marketing is a brochure, marketing is a press release, or worse, marketing is not promotion, or marketing is just simply selling at scale, or marketing is Facebook or Twitter. No, stop. It's none of those things. Marketing creates contexts in which sales occur, full stop. So to put my business insight hats on, and to quickly take it off again, what do I think marketing's all about? Well, marketing is about customer insight, yeah, and it's about innovation, and businesses and people who work for them need to view their business as a brand. So it's about meeting the needs of the customer and making sure the business innovates in order to serve the customer and sell their products or services. Full stop.
Well, okay. So this is really good because you said there it's about the customer's needs. Excuse me, I had a frog in my throat. Making it about the customer's needs. You know, I saw this website once. I think it was a solicitor's website that said in their about section, oh God, it was like War and Peace. I got so bored, but I stuck with it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to read this. And do you know what they said? We are situated near a river. Who gives a crap if you're situated near a river? All that you're thinking about is, can you solve my legal problem? That's what your customer's going to ask. They don't care if you are next to a river or not. They probably care if you're, well, not next to a landfill or something like that. But you understand the point. The point is that customers are after content that solves a problem or a need that they have. We've preached this so much. Look through our hundreds of videos beforehand where we've banged on about this so much. But it's such an important principle that people still don't get. People are still wanting to sell overtly. People still are making it about themselves, the company, rather than somebody else. Now, and here's the other thing. Just because you create a piece of content doesn't mean that it's any good. Ooh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? That's a bit harsh. Just because you write a blog post doesn't mean that it's going to be any good. Just because you make a video doesn't mean that anybody's going to enjoy it or watch it. Hey, we know the hard way, right, John?
Yeah.
We know the hard way. So the difference between this kind of bollocks sort of marketing and this awesome sort of marketing, the dog's bollocks kind of marketing that we're talking about, is content that's all about the customer, that is, really interesting, compelling. It's going to be shared because, like, The strength of your social media, the strength of your website, the strength of all your digital marketing is all dependent on the strength of your content. Good content, good marketing. Crap content, crap marketing. It's as simple as that, isn't it, John?
Yeah, I agree. So in my world, what is marketing? Well, if you look at it this way in a simple sentence, marketing is what you say and how you say it. You've got to make it clear. You've got to make sure it's great. You've got to make sure your content's great, be that for your product or service. But importantly, explain why your customers should buy your product or service. To quote the wisdom of a wonderful chap called Peter Drucker, going back to my old marketing degree eons ago.
I like Drucker. I like Drucker a lot. He's good.
The aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well that the product or service fits him or her and sells itself.
Really good. I like that a lot. Haroon's Hangout is presented by the Khemeia Network and Khemeia Consulting, Yorkshire's innovation agency, where we believe that innovation is the key to business growth. Let's move on to the next part about common mistakes that businesses make when they're doing the content marketing, because I see this all the time. And we talked about this as well in the two conferences that we've been at recently, Thrive Yorkshire and Bradford Business Conference. And I said that people get really excited when they see the power of digital marketing. They go, oh, well, we're going to start blogging now. Oh, we're going to start making videos now. And there are so many consistent mistakes that businesses make. The first thing that I think is that people just go into it without a plan or without a strategy. They just blog for the sake of it, or they'll create a video for the sake of it. Second of all, I think this is the big one, and it's really beeps me off, is inconsistency. That is a killer, an absolute killer for marketing. If you just do it once in a blue moon, or you have a period where you're doing, you're blogging like a demon or a trooper, and then it drops off, and then you start again, and it drops off, and you're very inconsistent, it's not going to work for you. And then you go, well, why isn't it working? Why don't I generate any leads? Oh, that Haroon from Khemeia Consulting, he don't know what he's talking about. No, it's not anything about me. Don't stop blaming me. Stop blaming other people. Consistency is what's going to get you those leads and sales. And we've had so many conversations about this for ourselves, haven't we, John?
Yeah. I mean, taking on your point and just adding another one to it, really, Haroon, it comes down to a mindset, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So the customer mindset is the one that matters. Remember, the customer is rational. It doesn't matter whether you're a startup, a SME, an MPO. The solution should always be based around the customer's problem, and the trick of the business owner is to find a systematic and repeatable way to sell that product or service.
I agree that the customer mindset is important and all that as well. And I think as equally important is the mindset of the content creator or the business who's doing it. Because like I said, you can't go into this thing thinking it's going to be a quick win. And that is a big mistake as well. And it's managing expectations. So people think, well, I'll just write a blog post and I'll get 1,000 Twitter followers. That's bollocks. It doesn't work like that. No way. I mean, you can't just go into this thing with the wrong kind of expectations. And John, we manage our clients' expectations on a daily, weekly basis. And it's something that has to be unlearned over a period of time sometimes. So I think going into it with the right mindset as well from the company's perspective is really key, because then you're not going to get disappointed. You know what you're going in for. It's like the six-pack analogy we've used so many times. And look at all the other content where I'll go into that in more detail. But you do not get a six-pack from doing one set of ab crunches. It's a consistent effort. Anyone who's going for a six-pack knows I'm going to have to do this thing on a regular basis. Otherwise, I'm not going to see it. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to international examples then of good content. So who have you got, John?
I've got a company called GoPro.com.
Okay, GoPro. Yeah.
For people who don't know, GoPro is a fantastic company. what I really admire about them is how they've engaged with the customer. So they've let everyone get in on the world of extreme sport video action. Who are they and what do they do? Well, they're a camera maker, and they make professional high-end video cameras and mounts. They've been so successful that they've achieved nearly $1 billion in sales. I mean, wow, that's something.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Also, the mark of another company that's innovated. They've become a verb, Haroon. They're that successful. So a bit like Hoover and vacuum. GoPro now is an actual verb. Now, that is to be admired. Now, how the devil have they done that? I don't know if you've seen the site before or you've had a look at it. If anyone hasn't seen the site before, please spend some time on it. I challenge you not to be enthralled and engaged and think, wow, I'll just take a look at that. And that's the secret. What they've done, which is so clever, is they've mounted the GoPro product on top of various people doing certain things. However, the one that I thought that really resonated with me was that they stuck a camera on top of a white-tailed eagle and got it flying around the French Alps last year. Absolutely brilliant. Amazing. Oddly enough, in terms of channels and distribution, they use YouTube, and they're absolutely all over YouTube, and a lot of the stuff they've done goes viral. Perhaps, as we know, Haroon, the secret of innovation isn't just products or services. Innovation can also be process-led. So from an innovation perspective, and why I admire them is what they've done is they've encouraged their users and their customers to go out and shoot all this amazing footage, and that's the start of the eagle. You've got up there, the footage there. What they've done is they've encouraged their users to go out there and shoot the footage, and then they've got their own in-house editing team of about 30 to 40 people. And what they do is they polish it and make sure the user's footage looks amazing. In terms of what they've done and what they're continuing to do, I also admire the fact that this year they're about to launch a GoPro digital channel on Xbox 360. So they're always thinking and always moving forward. And I think as a brand, and in terms of going back to what we said before at the top of the show about what marketing is, what marketing should be, it's a great example of what you say, how you say it, and make sure that your goal is clear in terms of the product, which is a GoPro camera, and why your customers should buy it. I really don't think there's a better example out there that I can think of.
Yeah, totally. And I put on the Superman one as well, Superman GoPro, which is absolutely amazing. And I'll put these on the screen so you know what to Google to find these videos. But we'll put these in the show notes, and we'll do that. So that's a great example. I'm going to choose surprise, the NFL Network.
Okay.
The thing that a lot of people don't understand is that it has its own network. Okay, I know that, you know, ESPN, sports network provider or whatever, and they'll report on things, but the NFL as a league has created their own network. And here's an example from their homepage of different shows that they have. So they've got all these kind of different shows that they've put on, especially with analysis, fantasy, you know, documentaries like Finding Giants is on the screen there, A Football Life. And then the behind-the-scenes stuff as well that they do. And they've got podcasts, they've got blog posts, they've got graphics. They do so much all around one league. And my goodness, the people are engaged with football. I mean, I know it's like a religion over in America, and I absolutely love it as well. But to get people so excited about your brand, I mean, look at the other major sports that are in the world. I don't see anybody else doing it on this kind of level. Baseball doesn't do it. Footy doesn't do it over in this country. You know, certainly like rugby league. God, you know, this is the kind of level that I'm thinking of. This is innovation at work, like you mentioned as well, John. To have a network by yourself, and you know, hey, we've launched our own online TV network. This is partly what we're doing right now. This is one of the shows on our network. You know, but technology has allowed us to do this kind of thing. This is an example of what we'd say dogs bollocks kind of marketing. It's great stuff. It's not just a, your average kind of, oh, we've got a report here on something, and oh, we're doing this, and a boring kind of bit of content. No. Technology is moving on. People, and this is an important thing as well, John. I think it links into what you were saying about the customer. Our customers are expecting to get better content now.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, Haroon. I was just going to jump in with Philip Kotler, and he identified 5 key processes. And I think this is a good example. So what both GoPro and the NFL have done is step 1, opportunity identification. They know what their market is, they know who their customer are, and they've aced it. New product development, well, hey, they're continually evolving. Customer attraction, sure, they've got a churn rate with customers, but what they're actually doing is, because of the simplicity of the message and easy access using technology, they're successfully gaining more customers. They're attracting more customers. Customer retention and loyalty, I imagine, is sky high. So for an example, with GoPro has always been, there's a thing called the X Games, which is for action and adventure enthusiasts. I don't know if you've seen it. The X Games is amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Not dissimilar to the Red Bull Challenge.
Yeah.
But those guys, in terms of customers, were the first GoPro customers. And the NFL, I suspect that once you're in and you're used to the channel, the customer retention is sky high, and it builds a loyalty.
Yeah, that's it. There's a loyalty that comes with that excellent kind of content, rather than just going, oh, I'm just going to do a blog because I have to do it, and it's once a month. You're not going to get any loyalty from that. And I think I like the word loyalty that you use there, John, because this marketing has changed over the years now. And I think that the internet, social media, all this digital stuff has raised the game now. It has raised the game for everybody. And just doing a little bit here and there is not going to cut it anymore. It's just not. And this is what I was saying about that mindset thing. This is like championship kind of stuff. It's not just for those people. I say this a lot, and people get upset, but this is the reality of it. If you really think that just doing a bit of content here and there, if you want to do that, get used to being average, man. But don't come crying to us when you're not generating the leads and the sales. You're expecting, it's like the equivalent of that guy going to the gym and just saying to his personal trainer, I want a 6-pack, but you know what? I just want to come whenever I can be asked, and I want to eat whatever I want to eat. He's going to look at you and go, what the hell is wrong with you? But why do we do it in business? This gets it just grinds my gears. It really gets on my nerves. But anyway, I'm screaming now. Let's just calm down.
I think that classifies as Haroon rant.
That is a Haroon rant. We'll make that a segment. For the viewers, be sure to check out At the Sharp End, which is another show on the Khemeia Network, hosted by Ian Sharp, the Khemeia Consulting Managing Director. At the Sharp End is the business innovation show, tackling all things around business problems, business growth, and business modeling. And that is every Monday at 9 a.m. So that's At the Sharp End, only on Google Plus, 9 a.m. So, John, let's do audience engagement time. We have been asked by some people recently, since the conferences that we've done over the past couple of weeks. People have asked us things like, well, how do I implement content into my business on a weekly basis? Because I want to be able to do this, but I'm struggling in how I can fit it into my day-to-day business. And we've been getting these messages in person, via email and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, let's just tackle this in today's audience participation part. Is that okay with you, John?
Yeah, fine. Yep.
Okay, so maybe we'll talk about how we've done it for ourselves. Maybe that might be a good way of how we've managed to integrate this plan, this system into our day-to-day. We can still get content out and still manage our clients and do our day-to-day stuff. What are some of the key things that you could give the audience? And I'll chip in after you.
Okay. The first thing is to hatch a plan. Work out and understand what medium you want to use to reach the customer. What digital platform works for your business? Is that Facebook? Is that Twitter? Is it Vine? Um, After you've worked that out, what opportunity or identify what it is about your product or service that should make someone buy it. You've got a story to tell. How you start to tell that story and the success, and if it resonates with people, as Haroon says, will take time. There is a way to attract your customer on that journey, and attracting them on that journey can be using certain software that's out there that's free to use, that enables you to take advantage of, say, Twitter, for example, to put your messages out there to your customers. So I was going to suggest, Haroon, talking about Buffer as a scheduling app.
Yeah. Do you want to explain to people what Buffer is? Because some people just don't know. So do you want to go into what Buffer is?
I was going to hand that over to yourself.
Oh, I see. Oh, we were playing like that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Buffer or Buffer app. If you Google Buffer app, we'll put it in the show notes as well. And we'll link to it. Is a social media scheduling software. It's free up to a certain point, so you can schedule 10 posts for free to go out at certain points. You get to determine what days and what times they go out. And you just populate your buffer and it'll send it out to you across Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, whatever. We primarily use it for Twitter, just because that's just how it works for us. So do you mind if I come in now then with my tips about how to implement this stuff into your day-to-day business?
No, you shoot, Haroon, please do.
Good stuff. Okay, well, so and I agree with everything John said. So just to add to that, I think that there has to be a mindset, first of all, to place an importance on it, because we will make time for things that are important to us. So if you don't see content marketing as an important task, you're just not going to do it in the first place. So it's like, me and John, we like fitness. We go running. We do, well, John does cycling. We both go running and stuff. It's not like we don't have anything to do all day. It's not like we don't have responsibilities outside of our day-to-day jobs and everything. I have a son. John has commitments and all that kind of stuff. But we find time to go running or to exercise because it's important to us. Same way, if content isn't important to you, just don't cry about it. It's not important to you. You're not going to make time for it. So make time for it. Make it important, and then you can start from there. The way to do that is that we've just done this in my diary, on my iPhone, on my diary. Haroon's Hangout, this show is every Wednesday at 10 a.m. From 9 till 11, I am unavailable. It's in my diary every single week, and I do that. So if anybody wants to meet me or wants to talk to me or anything, I had someone who wanted to call me today at this time. I said, I can't do it. Call me after 11. Simple things like that, blocking out time will help you. Everybody, and this is a really good thing that we teach our clients, everybody, and I mean everybody, has a dead spot in their week. It might be a Monday morning, it might be a Friday afternoon, it might be a Wednesday morning or a Wednesday lunchtime. Find that dead spot in your week and make it live, make it come alive, do something with that thing, okay? If it's quieter in the week, dedicate that time to content. And when you create that content, turn your phone off. Don't look at it. Don't look at social media. Commit to the task. In fact, a really good person to check out, we'll put it in the show notes, for productivity is Tim Ferriss, talking about how to commit to tasks, how to increase your productivity. We get out so much content, but guess what? We have the same amount of time as you. Everybody has got 24 hours in a day. Doesn't matter who you are. So it's how you use that time. I think we've banged on about that enough now. So let's just, sorry, you want to say something, John?
Yeah, I was just going to say, having banged on at the start of the show about what marketing is not, it's not an advert, it's not a brochure, it's not a press release, it's not promotion, it's not selling at scale. I just wanted to put it into context and just say what we said at the top of the show, which is that remember that marketing creates contexts in which sales occur. So if the channel for your business, in order to get customer engagement, is Twitter, absolutely fantastic. Go for it. Put some time in and work out your strategy and how you're going to schedule your posts to reach and engage and develop. opportunities to sell your product or service, but remember that marketing creates the context in which sales occur, full stop. How you choose to do that as a business owner, it is about understanding your customer insight and about innovation, and making sure that you meet the needs of the customer, and your business serves to innovate and excite them, and explain why they should buy your product or service.
Absolutely. So that was audience participation. Remember, you can ask us anything about business or ourselves. We've had people asking us all kinds of things, but you can contact us via the links on the show notes. There'll be an email address. You can have there'll be our personal Twitter handles on there as well. So tweet us, emails. We're happy to answer your questions on the next show. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching us. This has been Haroon's Hangout, the internationally featured show on marketing innovation, where we make digital marketing simple, straightforward, and fun. We have been presented by the Khemeia Network and Khemeia Consulting. Next week, do check out the show, because we'll be talking about more stuff on marketing innovation, something to do with maybe social media or SEO. We just don't know yet. We'll let you know, but watch out for that. But from me and John the Major Stephenson, we'd just like to say thanks a lot for watching, and take care, sports fans.